Adventures at the Mod Club, Part 2. Hello, potential friends! Welcome back to the Vlogging Nook with me, Alexandra. A couple weeks ago, I went to see a band called Paper Lions at the Mod Club, which is the same place I saw Bashabul at, because apparently the Mod Club is the venue for awesome Canadian bands. It's also a great place to meet the artist afterwards and try not to make a fool of yourself. Always hard for me. I went with my housemate Tara, who introduced me to Paper Lions music, and the plan was to meet up with two of our other friends at the venue later in the evening. We both had worked basically up until it started, but since there were 3 opening acts, we figured we definitely had time to get ready and then get there before the main show. This arrogance almost cost us the entire evening. After leaving an hour late, we caught the right bus, that then changed its route to be the wrong bus, so then we had to get off that bus and run after a different bus that was pulling out of its stop. Now Tara is a big Paper Lions fan. She was not going to be late. She took off down the sidewalk like we were being chased by a horde of actual lions. All I could do was limp after her. I was like, just keep running! I'm right behind you! I was more like several hundred meters behind her, but you know what? I was trying. I have very weak lungs, okay? But despite those efforts, the bus refused to stop for us. So we ended up stranded in Little India, surrounded by countless mannequins in beautiful saris looking down at us from their storefront windows in cold judgment. We had no choice but to call an Uber. Ubering may have cost us more money, but our Uber driver was like the Superman of Uber drivers. So we got there actually in time to catch a little bit of the last opening act.
Those hands, take to the Badlands, take me, take me, take me.
Which was a lady called Raven. She was very good. Our other friends arrived, and then it was time for Paper Lions to set up. Paper Lions were awesome live. I'd been listening to their latest album to get to know them before going to see them, but it was still so much more than I expected.
You were broken and battered, cold and afraid of the night. Lonely and shattered, call back, I can be a callback. Oh, I never.
The dancey songs were somehow dancier, and the slower songs were somehow more intense.
Please don't be a stranger in my place. Please don't be a stranger in my place.
One song came on that was from an older album that I hadn't heard, and the instrumental sections were stretched out in a way that just made me feel like I was on an acid trip or having an emotional breakdown or a religious experience. I was going nuts next to the catwalk. Like, I love concerts. It's the lights and the people and the heat and the whole vibe making everything so much cooler than it ever would have been in the recording. One of the best parts of the concert was when they actually came off the stage down into the crowd to play an acoustic song called Polly Hill in this lovely moment between performer and audience that we all sang together. And it was just so magical. I'm just gonna stick it here for us all to appreciate.
Sunrise, sunset in a small town, rural eastern sky, from the west until we die. The reason I love you, dear, this is Polly Hill. The reason I left you, dear Mrs. Paul. Would you try that with us, please? La da da. La da da da. La da da da. Sounds good. La da da da. Let's get some harmonies here. Let's sing it out. La da da. La da da da. La da da da. La da da da. Here we go. Sing it out. Don't worry. La da. La da da. La da da da. La da da da. Keep it going. Sing it out. La da. La da da. La da da da. La da da da. One more time, just some voices. Sing it. Hey! La da da. La da da da. La da da da. La da da da. Thanks so much for singing with us.
I'm not crying, okay? I have emotions in my eyes. I didn't want the concert to ever end, but obviously it had to. And then that's when they told us that they would be manning the merch table themselves and would love to talk to us. Historically, talking to people is not my strong point. It didn't help that my friend Grace had pointed out that the drummer looked like plainclothes Spock, and I couldn't unsee it. But I got up there, and I bought my CD, and I bought my t-shirt, and they all signed it, and I told them they were fantastic, and it was all fine. Well, except for when the lead singer asked what size of shirt I wanted, and I said, whatever's the smallest size. I'm like 5 pounds soaking wet. Yes, Alexandra, because you're the size of a kitten, not a human being. Kill me. I also wanted a set list, and Tara wanted to have a group picture with the whole band. So we stuck around as the whole performance space was deconstructed around us. We talked to the band more, and they were all really nice, and remembered Tara from how many concerts she's been to. They thanked her for dragging me along, and kindly overlooked any more stupid things I had to say. Like when I complained about how cold my lace top was. Yes, I wore the infamous black see-through crop top, and drew attention to the fact that it was see-through while talking to a 30-something dude guitarist who was probably married. I definitely embarrassed Tara more than once on this evening. Sorry, Tara. I asked the guitarist, Colin, if I could stand on the stage, and he said I could. So I walked out to the end of the catwalk and just looked around. Standing on a stage in an empty venue, elevated but completely ignored by everyone around me, was a weird but good feeling. It was a nice little introspective moment, standing there in the leftover confetti. In the end, Tara got her group picture, though we had to send Colin and David the drummer on a quest to find the others so that she could get the full group in the picture. And I got a set list. The lead singer's set list, actually, was made out of cardboard because it was sitting on stage on the keyboard next to him during the whole concert. Which, I don't know, it's pretty special. The whole night felt pretty special. Good friends, good music, good vibes. I highly recommend you guys check out Paper Lion's new album, Full Color, because it's great. I'm holding it upside down, but it's still great. And go see them if they're playing near you, even if you don't know anything about them, because it's gonna be a good time anyway. They made a small gig feel huge, and they were super cool afterwards. Definitely worth the Uber price.
Was this the best concert of theirs I've seen in the 14 years? I think so.
It's because I was here. After the show, 3 of us got fries and just talked. And it was the best way to close it all out. It's the best way I can think of now. I'll see you guys later. Did you have a good time?
I had a really good time.
Did you have a good time, Tara? I'm filming
all my friends. And if I never met you, I would be different. I don't remember the words, but it was a good song. If I had it right, I don't know what the words are.
What's your opinion?
Don't put this shit on YouTube.
What?